Yo, yo, mixed by Gabriel here. And this is me starting to mix from scratch, yo. So, I'm typically doing stage gaining. So, as you can see here, I am soloing the beat and figuring out where it sits in the song as far as luffs and how loud it is. So, I'm really just leveling out the beat to allow me headroom to really max out the song while I'm mixing it. So, this is typically what I do every single time I start a mix. Every single time I start a mix, I am going to legitimately solo the beat and figure out where it needs to be. And then as you can see here, I'm basically going to do some slight EQ movements on the beat. And what that is doing is cutting out some of the low end that's not needed. Typically, the human ear can't hear anything under 30 hertz. So that's me doing that. And then as you can see, I'm finding a nice point to cut some frequencies out of the beat because I know that I'm going to have the vocals sit within that area. And then you can also see I'm kind of boosting some of the hi-hats and the claps just because with drill, those are very, very important in the production style. So that's why I'm doing that. And then, pretty much after I do that, as you can see, I was using the clip gain to actually change the actual level from the ground up. After I do that, I pretty much start bringing in the lead vocal. And then I basically go beat, lead vocal, backgrounds, ad-libs. That's typically how I go from point A to point Z while I'm mixing. As you can see, I already had a preset EQ for this specific artist because I work with him a lot. So as you can see, his name is on the EQ, Sunset. So I'm just making some fine tuning adjustments on the EQ that I already typically use for him that I've fine tuned over the years for him. That's pretty much what I'm doing right here. As you can see, just dipping out some of that low mid to really, just kind of clean up the boxiness and the muddiness, and also allow that low end and low mids in the beat to cut through properly. But I'm typically cutting out a good amount of like some highs and some lows, but then adding things back periodically throughout the vocal chain, as you will see. All right, now right here, you will be able to see that I'm basically cleaning up all the spaces in between the vocals, just making sure everything's cleaned up. There's no breaths, doing everything like that. Like I said, guys, I periodically am bringing things in and out. Basically, I see mixing like I'm massaging. So I'm basically massaging things into place constantly. So as you can see right here, I'm still looking and kind of just feeling out if there's any need for basically more cuts in between the vocals, just making sure there's no noises or anything in between. Also, making sure that everything is locked to the tempo. And then obviously I can do cool automation moves with the automation touch. And that basically will allow me to basically click any send and it will record anything I do to that send on the spot. As you can see right here, I'm actually about to automate some fourth note delays with the mute. And this just allows me to do more creative mixing, meaning I find that it's more natural and human nature to record the automation as opposed to just like drawing it in. It doesn't feel as natural. So I like to on the spot play the song from top to finish and just periodically do delay throws or reverb things, just on the spot, whatever I think of, in that moment. Those type of moves and spicy things that I do always turn out better than when I draw it in and try to do very precise moves. So I, especially as of lately, have been really into just honing in on my automation and really doing touch automation. So what that means is just playing the song in different sections. As you can see right here, I'm kind of doing that. You see how I'm just muting it on and off periodically? So the automation in Pro Tools is actually recording me muting it and unmuting it on the spot. So I personally just feel like this allows me to really get creative and lock into an amazing mix that would otherwise sound completely different, because I'm basically just letting my ideas flow, if that makes sense. So, Mixed by Gabriel here. A little bit of my mentality and thought process through mixing. I will periodically be doing more breakdowns and longer form breakdowns. Obviously, let me know if you have any questions, concerns, or things that you struggle with, or things you want me to talk on, address. Right here, I'm just adding a gate to just clean up any other things I didn't catch in between the vocals. You know, a lot of what us mixing engineers do is cleaning. So just keep in mind, before you even get to balancing, spicing, adding drops, all that, you really want to make sure you're cleaning up the vocals. But that's my lesson for today. That's my little quick talk for today on my mentality and thought process through mixing. This was basically just me starting a mix. So if you guys want me to talk about other processes within this mix, I would love to do that. Let me know in the comments, subscribe, like, and Mixed by Gabriel. Appreciate all y'all. Love.